if you have the aspiration and need to contribute to society, to lead a more meaningful and fulfilling life, to help others, and at the same time, pivot your growth and continuously evolve, you are at the right place. Today, we are going to deeply explore into how you can be a successful coach, a successful leader, and essentially be the best version of yourself through a roadmap which will allow you to tap into your best self. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the founder of Master My Life, the creator of the world's first master's degree in the field of life coaching, life wisdom, and emotional intelligence, and the curator and the creator of India's and the world's leading global coach certification program, an ecosystem for coaches, a lifelong community for you to grow and thrive. Hemant on the podium. Hemant sir, welcome, and let's take the conversation forward.
Yeah. So I welcome everyone on board, and we will quickly start with the content of today's presentation. It's an interactive session, but what I'm going to do after few topics, I'm going to open the session for an interaction, because the content, what we are covering today, is as good as a one full day workshop. But with an online ecosystem, every one of us, right, can't spend that much online time. So this content has been condensed in only 2 hours workshop. So after every 30 minutes, I will take a pause and we will interact, and then we will move forward. And at the end of the session, I will wait for extra 15 minutes if you have any questions which have not been addressed during this 2 hours period. So that today, you shall get all the necessary information, all the essential information on how to become a competent, successful, and contributing, internationally updated professional coach. So when we talk about this professional coach, don't think that you must start a separate business or start webinars like this as a coach. No. Coaching is a life and leadership skill. When you get educated as a coach, you essentially develop your life and leadership skills, which enable you to make your career recession proof, to start a parallel source of respectable income, as well as grow in your existing career, whether as an employee or as an entrepreneur, because you are developing your life and leadership skills. So do not think that this particular education is only to become a professional coach. Becoming a professional coach is a result of the education. But the result of the education is not only becoming a professional coach, but also enhancing your life and leadership skill, also enhancing your career growth in the existing organization. So all right. Okay. So today's session contains what is coaching, who can become a coach, why become a coach, what are the trends in the professional coaching industry, what are the coach levels. There are 3 levels of the coaches, 3 levels of the coaching education, 3 levels of the ICF credentialing, who is MML, who is ICF. How can you choose a right coaching educator for you? Because MML is not the only coaching educator in the world. There are various. So how you will choose them, right? Then what is this global coach certification program? What is the curriculum I made? What is the support ecosystem? Because getting educated is only one aspect of life. After that, you need to transfer that particular education into the skill development and into some kind of business or practice. So what support system is available for that? And finally, I will also introduce MML management and the faculty coaches to you. And at the end of the session, surely I will cover all the possible questions what you will have. So the first I'm going to start the session with the poll, that is, what is the source of your information through which you are attending this webinar? So please respond in less than 1 minute time, because after 1 minute, I'm going to close the poll. This poll helps us to understand that is which is the effective source, because the mission of our organization, Mastermind Life, is to spread awareness about coaching in the world. So we need to utilize the medium which is most effective. Last 10 seconds to respond. Thank you. I'm closing the poll. And I'm sharing the results. So the highest percentage, 39% of you have come from Meta, Facebook and Insta, followed by that 20% from the WhatsApp communication, 17% of you are from LinkedIn, and 15% of you are from the Google search engine. Thank you. Thank you for this information. So what is coaching? Coaching is an essential life and leadership skill. It is a profession latter, but first it is a life and leadership skill. So this is a definition by ICF. What exactly is coaching? So the first I will tell you what coaching is not. Coaching is not teaching. Coaching is not advising. Coaching is not mentoring. Coaching is not counseling. Coaching is not a therapy. Coaching is partnering with the client. That is a coach and a client. So the coach partners with the client in a thought-provoking and creative process. So it's a standard process. It's a reliable process that inspires client to maximize their personal and professional potential. So there are 3 pointers in this definition. The number one, coaching is essentially an intense and thought-provoking conversation between a coach and a coachee, between a coach and a client. So it is one-to-one conversation. It is not a motivational or a public speaking. The second point, it is not only about solving a problem or achieving a goal, but it is about maximizing your client's potential. So the objective, the goal of the coaching is very high. It is not to only solve the simple problem or help client in achieving one goal, but it is to maximize the potential. And the third point is partnering, that is collaborating. So it is a relationship between the equals. The coach and coachee works at the same level. It is not that the coach is some kind of guru and coach is giving knowledge to the coachee. No, it is partnering. So these are the 3 takeaways from this particular definition of the coaching. This is what coaching is. So every intervention has its own merit in our life, for our personal development, for the life and leadership skills development. There is an intervention like a mentor, wherein a mentor is an experienced professional in the similar domain, and that mentor will mentor you. In some cases, you require a consultant who is an expert, knowledgeable, experienced person in the field, and that consultant will advise you. Sometimes you require counseling to manage the traumas, to manage the difficulties. Sometimes you require teaching, training, wherein someone has to impart knowledge to you. Someone has to tell you. But the coaching is neither of it. So the coaching is one of the most effective andragogies. What is andragogy? Andragogy is how adults learn. So the adults learn the best way, coaching way, not teaching way, not consulting way, not advising way, but the coaching way. The coaching is very unique. It is process-oriented. It is transformative in nature. And it is based on human-centric approach. Because it is one-to-one conversation, right? So it's a very intense, it is very connected conversation. It has a human-centric approach. In fact, it is a magic. You will understand after the experience only. After the experience as a coachee, right? So when you will deal with the coach, in the series of intense conversation, then only you will realize the potential of coaching. By mere I explaining you, it is difficult because it is a magic. And the magic you will understand with the experiencing it, right? I will explain, okay, this is the magic, this will happen. You will not enjoy it. But when you will experience it, you will enjoy it. So I'm not going to go into the details of this particular, say, comparison between the interventions, because this comparison is a simplistic comparison, just to highlight how coaching is different from the other interventions. So what is important? That the coach need not be the domain expert. For example, mentor is a domain expert. Mentor is a domain expert related to his or her mentorship. Consultant is an experienced professional in one particular domain or field, because the consultant has to give you advice. But unlike them, a coach need not be the domain expert. The coach means, for example, the coach is engineer or doctor or architect or some entrepreneur. It is not necessary that coach also must be doctor or architect or entrepreneur. Not necessary, because the coaching is a standardized, reliable process. So the coach will adopt a 5-stage process irrespective of the client. Of course, the approach will be individualistic. So you will connect with the client at an individual level, but the process doesn't change. And you don't have to be the expert of the domain of the client. Why? Because the coaching believes that client already has a solution or a plan hidden within himself or herself. It is the coach's job to extract that solution from the client, because the client is an adult, knowledgeable person. But maybe there is a difficulty in identifying the real problem. Maybe there is a difficulty in utilizing the right tools, techniques in understanding the root cause of the problem and finding the solutions. So the idea is there within the coachee or the client. The process of the coaching is such that the coach helps client to come up with the solutions and options. So this is coaching for you. So I believe that few of you must be already coaches, either ICF certified coaches or not certified coaches, but coaches, or most of you will not be the coaches. So let me understand your professional identity so that I can adapt my delivery based on your needs. So I have launched this particular poll number 2. So please click on one option. So if you are clicking on the other, you can type in the chat box, that is, what is your profession? Trainer and coach difference I have already explained. Okay, so I'm ending the poll. Thank you. So 18% of you are already coaches, whether certified or not certified, whether credentialed or not credentialed. The highest percentage is of the industry professional. So total 26% of you are industry professional, right? Out of which maximum are with more than 10 years of experience. Then there are trainers, consultants, entrepreneurs, as well as career break professionals. Okay, so it's a very diverse audience. Thank you for sharing this information. So who can become a coach? Any adult with any educational background who is willing to unlearn learn and relearn can become a competent coach with a proper education and support. Of course, corporate executives and industry professionals from any domain, because people have this misconception that is okay, coach means from the HR or learning and development domain. No, no, no. Any functional head can become a competent and successful coach, because coaching is a life and leadership skill. When you become coach, you can develop your team in a much better way. You can develop your function in a much better way. You can grow in your existing career. So any industry professional from any functional background can become a competent coach. Of course, agile coaches and the Scrum professionals, right, are increasingly becoming competent and successful coaches. Defense professionals who have now entered the corporate life or public life, people who are looking for second innings, career break professionals, even homemakers, because homemakers do have life experience. They can become life coach, relationship coach, if not business or executive coaches. Entrepreneurs can become successful business coaches. People who are interested in human psychology, not necessarily you need to have a psychology degree. But if you are interested in human psychology, human behavior, if you are interested or if you like one-to-one intense conversation, you can become a competent coach. And most importantly, you need to have this feeling that you want to contribute to the society. Because the coaching is not a normal money-making profession, right? It is not like a grocery store wherein you will start the business and you will start earning money, right? It is something beyond a normal business. It is a socially contributing professional. So unless you have that desire to add value to the society, to help others, you can't become a competent, successful, and contributing coach. So practically anyone who is willing to unlearn, learn, and relearn can become a competent coach. But why become a coach? What exactly happens when you become a coach? When you undergo a very systematic and rigorous coaching education, which is a life and leadership skill education, what exactly happens? Why you have to undergo this particular education? So the coaching education makes you a better version of yourself, a better human being, a wiser human being. It is a great cushioning to your career, because in today's world, right, so there can be a recession in any industry segment. The technology is changing. The few of the jobs will become irrelevant in near future. So it cushions your career. It's a good career risk management strategy when you become a coach. Either you become a coach with MML or with anyone, right? So this particular webinar is not for MML program. MML happens to be the coaching educator, but this particular webinar is for you to know that is how to become a successful, competent, and contributing coach, right? You can take this particular education with any coaching educator. So it's a career risk management strategy to become a coach. You can grow in your career much faster when you undergo coaching education. Your life becomes meaningful and fulfilling, because now you are not only thinking about yourself. Of course, it will help you in your career. You will start earning money. But more importantly, right, you will feel the meaning in the life when you will start contributing to the other's life. Why? Because now your life and leadership skills are at a different level. A professional coach, a globally recognized coach, of course, get a social recognition. And finally, income. Like any professional earns money, coach also earns money. There is nothing great in that, right? So this is why you have to become a coach. So what is so special about coaching industry? Why we are conducting this 2-hour webinar? There are so many professions. Why today we are focusing on the coaching? Let us understand. In the world, in entire world of 8.5 billion population, there are only 550,000 coaches in the entire world. Only 550,000 coaches, out of which only 100,000, only 1 lakh, only 100,000 are certified and credentialed coaches. Out of this only 100,000 coaches, more than 50,000 are accredited by ICF, International Coaching Federation. So the International Coaching Federation is world's largest governing and credentialing body of professional coaches. And there are 3 levels of these coaches. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 is a foundational level, level 2 is a professional level, and level 3 is a master level. So foundational level coaches in the world, ACC, level 1 are only less than 30,000, not even 30,000. Level 2 is only less than 20,000, and level 3 master coaches are less than 2,000. So the quantum of the coaches is less. But what is the demand? The demand of the coaches is 8 million. How? 1 coach per 1,000 people. Actually 8.5 million. And what is the supply? Supply is only 100,000 coaches. That is, supply is 0.1 million. So the demand is 80 times more than the supply. And I'm a corporate professional. I have worked in corporates for 24 years of my life. And we always see, we always understand that is okay. For the business case to be stronger, the demand has to be more than the supply, and the demand has to be sustainable. Then only you will invest into business. Like that, you should be in a profession where demand is more than the supply. And here the equation is phenomenal. Equation is demand is 80 times more. And what is the industry size? 20 billion US dollars. So this 20 billion US dollars is managed by only 100,000 certified and credentialed coaches. So the per coach potential is phenomenal. Phenomenal. But the average income of the coaches in the developed countries, in the developing countries, in the underdeveloped countries, if we take the global average of the income of a coach, it is more than 50,000 US dollars per annum. And the beauty about this income is, for this, you are not going to work 8 hours a day. You are going to only work few hours per week. Because the coachee, the client is available on weekends and on the evenings after the office hours. So the coaching session generally happen outside the office hours during the weekend. So you continue with your existing profession or business, and parallelly you become a professional coach and start earning a parallel income, which is around 50,000 US dollars per annum. Of course, after you get some experience, not from the day one. So this is the average income potential of a professional coach. And more importantly, why you need to be in this industry? It is because it is a wise, futuristic, and meaningful profession. It will not help you. It not only help you in earning some 50,000 US dollars per annum, but also it will make your life meaningful and fulfilling. You will be in a position to contribute to the society, and you will grow in your existing career because of the life and leadership skill, because the coaching is necessarily a life and leadership skill. This is why you have to become a professional coach, and this is why we are talking about the coaching industry. So with this, I request my team to put a intent form link in the chat box. So if you are willing, if you want more information, if you want to have a one-to-one dialogue with our clarity coach in understanding this ecosystem, and if you are intending, not a decision, if you are intending to become a coach, you have to fill this form. Yes.
Hemant sir, it is going into direct messages. So can I send it to you?
No. Wait. So I will change the settings there. But when you are a co-host, right?
Yeah.
You should be in a position to do it. Why it is not happening? Okay. So everyone. So now you try.
Yes, I am able to do that. Let me try. Rishabh has posted it.
Yeah. So I will take a pause here because you are filling this intent form. Few of you are filling this intent form. So the meantime, I can take the questions, but the questions on what? Questions on not what I am able to cover. I have covered 4 pointers till this point in time. Number 1, what is coaching? Number 2, coaching industry. Number 3, who can become a coach? And number 4, why become a coach? So these are the 4 points I have covered. If you have any questions related to one of the 4 pointers, you can raise your hand. But only these 4 pointers. Why? Because you will ask me a question which I am able to cover, right? So it shouldn't happen that. So you can ask the questions on the content which is covered till this point in time. And you have to raise the hand. If no one will raise the hand, I will move ahead. All right. I don't see any hands, so I'm moving ahead.
Nina Mahmood has raised her hand.
Okay.
So, but she's doing it in the chat, so we can allow her to unmute herself.
Okay. Yes. So you can unmute yourself and ask question, please.
Yes.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I understand it. I like your webinar. It is very informative.
Yes, thank you.
I get more knowledge.
Yes, thank you. So if you have any question, please mention it into the intent form. Please fill the intent form, and at the end of the webinar, we can discuss. All right, Nida?
Okay.
Yes. So one more poll. I want to understand, what do you want to know more during 2 hours? Because 30 minutes are already over. Now we have 90 minutes left. In these 90 minutes, where I have to focus more? So there are multiple options. You can choose multiple options here. So that the highest percentage, I will surely focus more during my delivery. Zaki, I will take your question later. Right now, we have launched the poll. So please respond to the poll. At the end of the session, I will take questions. And meantime, you can type in the chat box. My team will read it, and at the right time, they will ask me. Because when I'm delivering, I'm not in a position to check the chat box. I'm going to end the poll in next 5 seconds. Thank you. And I'm sharing the results, and I will highlight the highest percentage first. Highest percentage, 57% of you want to know what is the investment needed to become a professional coach. The similar percentage wants to know how to choose coaching specialization. Then 30% of you want to know how to choose a right coaching educator. 30% of you want to know various levels of the coaches. 40% of you wants to know what type of coaching education is right for you. Surely I'm going to cover all these points in detail today in the balance 90 minutes. Which are the top coaching education institutes? So that you have to ask me during the question and answer. At that time, I will tell you. Otherwise, I will not cover it specifically. So let me mute everyone, please. Yeah. So if you ask me specifically at the end of the session, I will tell you the names of the top people in this profession. And then 30% of you also want to know how to establish your coaching practice. Fantastic. Okay. So I got the feel, and based on that, I will see that I will cover all the pointers. Okay. So I think I have already shared these results with you. So now I will move ahead. So the first is who is MML and who is ICF is what first I will cover. So in short, ICF is the world's largest governing and credentialing organization for professionally educated coaches, in short. And you can go to the ICF website to know more about them. Master My Life, MML, short form of Master My Life is MML. So I'm a founder of this organization. I take care of global collaborations, program design, and creating an ecosystem, not only to educate coaches, but to make them successful. So this is my role within this particular organization. We are a group of companies. So there is MML India, there is MML USA, there is UME and Life Coaching LLP, which provides services to the corporates for the business and executive coaching. And there is a MML Foundation, which is not for profit organization. And we have many collaborations across the globe, including collaboration with the universities. So MML is a level 2. Level 2 is a higher level. So MML is a higher level accredited coaching education institute of ICF. In short, and when we are accredited at a higher level, of course, we can issue lower level certificates as well. So what are the levels of coaches? So there are 3 levels: level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1, after level 1 coaching education. So the level 1 is a coaching education level. After level 1 coaching education, you can become ACC coach, associate certified coach. When you go to the level 2, which is a higher level, you become PCC coach. PCC coach is professionally certified coach, which is an additional credentialing given by ICF. So there is an education at a level 2. Over and above that education, you get a credential from the ICF, which is at a PCC, which is PCC. And there is a level 3. But for level 3, first you have to be level 2. Unless you are a PCC coach, unless you are a level 2 certified and PCC credential coach, you cannot apply to the level 3, which is the MCC level. So since today, there are no PCC coaches, I will focus my discussion on level 1 and level 2, that is ACC level and the PCC level, as far as today's webinar is concerned. Of course, if anyone has a question on MCC level, you can ask me in a question and answer session. Why? Because it is long, right? First, you have to become at least the level 2 coach, even for thinking of becoming a level 3 coach, right? So this is the reason why I'm going to focus on level 1 and level 2. So after level 1, you can become ACC coach. After level 2 education, you can become a PCC coach. And after level 3 education, you can become a MCC coach. So to become a ACC coach, to become a SCC credential coach, first you have to undergo minimum 60 hours of coaching education. And there is a structure of this particular coaching education. This is a very skill development education. This is not a theoretical education. You develop life and leadership skills during this coaching education. How much time? 60 hours. Followed by that, there is an individual mentor coaching. So you will be assigned a mentor. And that mentor will guide you that is okay for you what is right. Whether it is a coaching specialization, whether it is starting your coaching practice, whether it is improving your core competencies as a coach, removing the gaps, working on your strengths. So all that personal guidance will be provided to you. So the 3 months of the coaching education followed by 3 months of mentor coaching is level 1 education. Level 2 education is minimum 125 hours of coaching education, minimum 125, not 60, 125. Followed by 3 months of individual mentor coaching, personal mentor coaching. I recommend all of you, wherever you take admission, in whatever country you are, always go for level 2 program. Always go for direct minimum 125 hours of coaching education. There are a variety of the benefits. You will save money, you will save energy, you will save time, and you will directly become a level 2 coach. You don't have to first become a level 1 coach. If you go for a level 2 coaching education, you don't have to first become level 1. Means it is as good as you are taking admission to an integrated master degree. So once you take admission, you complete bachelor's degree plus master degree. Like that, once you take admission to the level 2 program, it is an integration of level 1 and level 2, and then you directly become a professionally certified coach. That is what I recommend to all of you. You can forget everything in today's webinar, but do not forget this advice. Wherever you take admission to the level 2 program. This is my very strong advice. Do not make a mistake of attending a level 1 coaching education program. You will spend double the money, double the time, double the efforts, and 50% income potential. So everything double, but the income 50%. So this is the case with the level 1. So the recommendation is level 2. How many level 2 coaches are in the world? Less than 20,000. It's a small quantum. So you have a fantastic business opportunity. Corporates especially prefer PCC coaches. And to become NCC coach, anyway, you have to be PCC coach, right? So if you have an ambition to become a master coach, anyway, you have to be a PCC coach. Corporates also need PCC coaches. The total investment of the money and time in directly become PCC coach is lesser than you doing a break journey. First you become level 1, then again you take admission to the balance education. Means, for example, for the PCC level, you require 125 hours of education. So first you complete 60 hours. Then again you complete 65 hours. So you take a break. So the time is more. And this particular 65 hours education cost and this 60 hours education cost, if you put together, it is much more than the direct 125 hours of education cost. So with all the experience, I am giving you a tip, that is, take the admission always to the level 2 program. What are the stages in becoming a professional coach? First stage is education, right? First, you have to complete the education. Now, since I am highly recommending you, so I will take questions after some time. So, since I am highly recommending you the level 2, and level 2 means not master my life only. There are many people in level 2. So again, do not mistaken that I am trying to promote master my life. Right? This webinar is not to promote our program. This webinar is our contribution to the society. This webinar is my not-for-profit initiative. I want you to take a right decision. With that particular right decision, our best wishes are with you, right? So since I'm highly recommending PCC level, now I will explain you that. So number of coaching hours is what? Minimum 125 hours. So in the stage 1, you will take minimum 125 hours of coaching education. Then minimum 10 hours of mentor coaching. So I told you, right, that 3 months, that individual, right? So it's a combination of the group and individual mentor coaching during that period. So minimum 10 hours. It's a regulation. And you have to pass the coaching call recording. So you will coach a person and that particular coaching recording will be evaluated by the institute. And then you will be certified. Then you will be officially a coach, a professional coach. So in stage 1 itself, you become an officially professional coach. In stage 1 itself. How much time it will take? Approximately 6 months of the PCC level 2 education and 3 months of the mentor coaching. So approximately 9 months of education, but of course not on a daily basis, weekly, twice only. So in a week, you have to invest 4 hours into education, right? So how much time? 6 plus 3, 9 months is the stage 1. In stage 2, you continue practicing coaching, you continue doing the business. You start earning money and you accumulate your coaching hours. How many coaching hours? 500 coaching hours. When you are a certified coach with minimum 125 hours of coaching education, after that, when you complete minimum 500 hours of coaching practice, and for which you have to just maintain the records. In an Excel sheet, you maintain the record. That is, okay, this is the client name, client email ID, right? How many number of hours I have coached this particular client and all that. So all that formats and all that is a part of the coaching education. Right now, you don't have to think for that. So all that particular things will be taught to you. So this is your stage 2. So stage 2 is coaching business. In short, coaching business is coaching practice. Then stage 3, you apply online to the ICF. Now I have requisite experience of a coach. Now you give me additional credibility stamp. That is called as credential. And that is called as PCC. Education is not called as PCC. Education is called as level 2. Level 2 is a higher level. So it's a higher level. Level 2 education is a certificate. Then you complete your coaching practice. How many hours? 500 hours. Then you apply to the ICF online for what? For PCC badge, for PCC credential. So you get a second certificate. Your first certificate is valid. You don't must need the second certificate. Without the ICF credentialing, you can continue doing the coaching business. But if you get this PCC credential, it's an additional credibility. You can ask for more fees. You can get corporate business. You will be considered at a higher level experienced coach. So this is for the additional credibility. So these are the 3 levels of coaches. 3 stages of becoming coach. What are the 3 levels? ACC, PCC, MCC. Level 1, level 2, level 3 are the 3 levels. But when you become a professional coach, what are the 3 stages you take? So these are the stage 1, stage 2, and the stage 3 stages. So now if you have a basic idea of, okay, what it needs to become a professional coach, right? And if you want to get more info free of cost, this information, this intent form is not admission form. Whether you take admission or not, my team will spend a considerable amount of time with you, few hours with you, so that you are clear. So this is our contribution. After that, it is up to you whether you take admission to the MML program or any other program. I can even give you the names at the end. If you ask me, I will give you the names. You can search on the Google and you can check with them and you can take admission there, no problem. But if you want more information, because the 2 hours is a less time. In 2 hours, how much personal attention I can give it to you? So if you want that personal attention, you have to fill this intent form. So again, the intent form link, my team will put it into the chat box. Yes, it is already there, right? But now I will not wait, because this intent form link, you can just keep on your computer and we will continue. You can even fill this intent form immediately after the webinar, no problem. So now, any question, but any question on what? What is coaching? Coaching industry? Why become a coach? What are the 3 coaching levels? What are the 3 stages, ACCPs? So whatever I have covered on that, if there is a question, please raise hand. I don't see any hand. So I move forward into the next important information, average investment needed. Yes, Subbu, you have any questions, Subbu? So wait, I will allow you to unmute. Yes.
Hey, hi. So thanks a lot for this session, and then it is really like a very insightful and all. So in the slides you have shown, it is showing like 175 normal and then in brackets 125. I mean in the stage 2 or somewhere. I didn't get that. What exactly is that?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. So
Before previous slide, yeah.
Yeah. So the Subbu is giving attention to the details. Good, Subbu. So 175 hours is the MML program. So we give you 175 hours, but the ICF needs minimum 125. So you get extra 50 hours of the certification.
Oh, okay.
What
So
is the
it's
big,
like
extra certification? At MCC level, in future, not now, you require total 200 hours. So here you have already completed 175 hours. Now you have to only take a 25 hours. So your journey of MCC, I am making it easier by giving you certificate right now of 175 and not 125.
Okay. So that 200 hours in MCC like includes the hours which you are spending in PCC as well.
Exactly.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, thank you.
Yes. So I'm just again muting everyone just to prevent the background sound because this is a recorded session. So average investment needed. Lina, now I will take your question after some time. So the average investment needed to become a level 1 coach, ACC, which I am not recommending. I am not responsible if you take admission to the level 1. My recommendation is very clear. My recommendation is go for level 1. But there are few people who become level 1 coaches, right? So the lower range investment into your education. And when I say the education, coaching education, mentor coaching, application fees to the ICF at stage 3. So everything put together, I am telling you, right? So it's a total investment what you have to do to become a level 1 ACC coach. At a lower end is $2,300 US dollars. When I say dollars, it is always US dollars, $2,300. And the higher range, because it depends on the institute, right? It depends on the quality, institute, faculty, the infrastructure. The higher end is $5,500. So the minimum you have to spend $2,300 to become a ACC coach. Average, right? Then the higher average is $5,500. So there are people who charge $10,000 also, right? But I'm talking about the average, right? So I am dividing the entire coaching educators into the 3 zones: lower zone, higher zone, and the middle zone. And I'm taking the average of everything. That average of everything at a lower end is 2,300. Average of everything at a higher end is 5,500. And MML, at MML, your investment will be 2,800. For level 2, which is my recommendation to all of you, the lower end of investment is $4,000 US. The higher end of investment is $10,500. At MML, it is $4,500. So this is as far as the investment to become a credentialed coach. It includes coaching education, it includes mentor coaching, and it includes the fees what you pay to the ICF online when you apply for ICF PCC credentials, right? After you completing your 500 hours of practice. So that price also has been included in this calculation, because this is just a giving you the idea, right? So this is not accurate till the last dollar, right? So this accuracy is plus minus $100. So with that, because ICF can increase their fee by 5%, 10%, but definitely they are not going to make it double in next 2 years' time. So right now, this information is 90% plus accurate. So this is the investment. But there is a time as well. So it is not only about money, because this is a very competency development, practical life and leadership skills education. So at level 1, it is 3 months of education and 3 months of mentor coaching. At level 2, it is 6 months of education. Again, these are all average figures, right? So there will be educators who will take time, more time. There will be educators who will have a fast track programs. I'm not here talking about the fast track programs. I'm here talking about the normal programs. So the normal program at a PCC level, right? You need to invest 6 months into coaching education, followed by 3 months of mentor coaching. Then how much generally time it takes to complete your coaching practice? The stage 2, stage 1 is education, right? Now the stage 2 is coaching practice, coaching business. At level 1, you require minimum 100 hours of coaching practice. You require minimum 4 months after mentor coaching. Because during the mentor coaching also, you start your coaching. Once you complete your coaching education of 3 months, parallelly you do the mentor coaching and parallelly you start the coaching practice. Over and above that, additional 4 months is what average time you need to complete your 100 hours of coaching practice. And in case of 500 hours, you take additional 15 months. Okay, this is for whom? The people who are not working as a coach. You are working as another professional and now you become a coach, so 15 months time. But if you are already working as a coach in one organization, and means coach means internal coach, like in IT industry, there are agile coaches. So they are already doing the coaching. Then their time will be considerably less. A fresh professional into the coaching industry will take another 15 months time to complete the 500 hours of coaching practice. So this is the time investment you need to keep in mind. And you need not be very aggressive in the thinking, because the coaching is a professional, right? For example, I am an engineer. I have invested 6 years of my life into engineering education. If you are a medical professional, you invest, say, 7 to 8 years of your life only in education. If you are a psychologist, then at least 3 to 4 years of time. So, of course, if you are entering into a big profession like a coach, of course, it will take time, right? You can't become a professional in only few months' time, right? Because there are 3 stages to become an experienced professional. This is not only education I'm talking about. I'm talking about the education plus practice plus additional credibility of a credential. This entire time is 6 plus 3 plus 15 months. Now I will take question. So I will allow participants to unmute, and Lina, you can unmute and ask question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
I will start. And next is a remote job. When I start a business, I have no idea that I will start. I am initially.
Right. So see, if you have any individual level question, see the right now you can ask me the question, right, about the investment, about the time. If you have any specific question, then please fill the intent form, and then you can resolve your query in one-to-one discussion with a clarity. Because
Sir, you give knowledge. I understand that. Hello.
yes, Lina means I'm not able to.
Sir, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Actually, I'm basically nurse. Recently I heard about this profession. Actually, really, I'm very interested to join this program, but I don't know what to do, how to do, and all.
So, Lina, the number one, in today's webinar, you will surely get some information, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now you will fill the intent form. Once
Yes,
you
sir.
intent form, my clarity coach will call you and he will talk to you for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, and whatever are your questions, they will be answered. So finally,
Yes,
you will
sir.
get information, right? Don't worry.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
you have to feel if you have any question and
Yes, sir.
if you don't have intention to become a coach, then you of course don't fill the intent form. But
Okay,
if
sir.
you have intention to become a coach, or you are exploring to become a coach, you are thinking of becoming a coach, right? You want
Yes,
to know more, fill the intent form, and then you can resolve your queries in one-to-one discussion. Got it?
yes, yes, sir. Sure, sir. Thank
Yes.
you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You have to unmute yourself, Sandeep. Yes.
So I've got a question here. So I am already, NLP practitioner and coach. And can I club this with, this form of coaching, like as you said, ACC or ICF coach, basically? Will that help? Clubbing different kinds of coaching, because I have, a lot of interest in the mind transformation coaching as well as, neuro linguistic programming as well. So can I club this? Will this really help in building up my?
Yeah. So there are a variety of the processes that help a coach becoming more competent. Neuro-linguistic programming is one of them. Emotional intelligence, positive psychology, neuroscience, right? These are all the additional processes and the knowledge domains that help a individual to become a more competent coach. So our program does include additional certification of the master classes on emotional intelligence, neuro-linguistic programming, positive psychology, spiritual intelligence, neuroscience, and team coaching. So anyone who does MML level 2 program gets additional 6 certificates of these 6 knowledge domains. And if you already have any certification or knowledge, either in emotional intelligence or in NLP or in psychology and all that, it will be the added advantage to you. So yes, so as a coach, because what is coach? A coach is a wise person. A coach has life and leadership skills, right? So if any technique, any process, any domain knowledge is helping you becoming wiser, enhancing your life skills, enhancing your leadership skills, it is welcome. Got it, Sandeep? I'm not able to see you. So again, if you are able to fill the intent form, if you do not want to become coach, do not fill the intent form. Why? Because then there will be undue pressure on our operations to call so many people. If you are serious of becoming a coach, if you are really exploring, you have not taken a decision, but you want to know more, then please fill this particular form so that there will be a one-to-one dialogue. For this dialogue, you don't have to commit anything. You don't have to pay any fee. This will be the free service offered to you one-on-one so that you will be clear. Once you will be clear, you can take an appropriate decision. So Sandeep, I had answered your question, but I think you lost connection, right?
Yeah, I got lost. I lost the connection basically. So, I really moved out. I joined back again.
So we will discuss at the end of the session then. Right. So I have already answered, so it will be part of the recording. But again, we will discuss at the end of the session.
Absolutely, no issues.
Yeah. So how to choose the right coaching education provider is a very important thing. MML is not the only education provider in the world. For your information, There are 2,666 ICF approved coaching educators, out of which 407 are level 2. Out of the 407, 10 operate at a global level, and MML is one among those 10. So you have a freedom to take admission anywhere. But before taking admission, what you must check is this. So the first is level 2 accreditation. I do not recommend level 1 education. I recommend only level 2 education. Point number 1 is what you have to check. There are many, right? But when you are selecting, select a level 2 coaching education provider. Number 2, look for the comprehensive curriculum, because the coaching is not only the coaching process and the technique. Coaching is all about life and leadership skill. Like Sandeep was asking me, right, about NLP. So NLP, positive psychology, emotional intelligence, neuroscience, spiritual intelligence, everything is integrated into the coaching curriculum of MML at least, right? And there are few more. I'm not saying only MML. There are few more. So just evaluate the curriculum and see whether it is comprehensive. ICF allows minimum 125 hours and maximum 175 hours of coaching education for level 2. More number of hours you will get, you will have 2 benefits. The number 1 benefit is, in those particular hours you will learn more, you will become more competent. For the same fee, you will extract maximum because the number of hours are more, is the first benefit. Second benefit, when you will become a MCC coach, you have already completed the majority of the hours. That is your benefit number 2. So later in future, you will spend less money. So these are the 2 benefits. If you go for a certification which is closer to 175, I'm not saying it must be 75. 175 is maximum. But if it is 170, if it is 165, I think it is better than 125 is my second pointer. The third pointer is, today the knowledge is commodity. There is a Google, there is a Chat GPT. For the theory, you don't have to invest money because the theory is already available online. The coaching education is for your practical skill development and competency development. Which competencies? Life and leadership skill. So how many observed coaching sessions are there? How the institute is developing the core competencies in you. How many core competencies are there? 8 core competencies are there. So what is the method by which these core competencies get developed is what you have to see. There are 37 PCC markers. So how the coaching educator is educating you on these PCC markers, and you are practicing the PCC marker based coaching practice during the program. Is the coaching educator, right, asking coaching call recordings from you, checking it and giving you the feedback feed forward? Right. So these are the practical skill development elements into the program that you must check before taking the admission. Faculty. Coaching is a global profession. It is not a local profession. You can coach anyone across the world if there is no language barrier. And in future, even the language barrier will not be there. There will be technology. I will talk in my language, but the coachee will hear in his language or her language, right? So all this technology is now going to come. So the language also will not be the barrier. So the coaching is necessarily a global profession. So if it is a global profession, but your faculty is local only, then what kind of knowledge you will get? So the faculty also need to be diverse. There need to be the global faculty to the program, enabling you to really become a global level coach. That is what you have to check. And finally, which is the most important, that what is the support institute is offering you, not only in coaching education, but after coaching education. How you will complete these 500 hours of coaching practice, how you will apply to the ICF, how you will get those credentials, how you will establish your coaching business. So what is the support institute will provide you is the most important point. Without checking it, never take admission to any coaching education program. I have already personally suffered. So with my suffering, I am advising you. That is, without this particular clarity on the support, never take admission to any coaching education program. So these are the 5 pointers which you need to evaluate before you selecting a coaching education provider for you. So now I request my team to put a link of a LinkedIn post on today's webinar. Webinar is not yet complete, right? So we have completed the, say, 60-70% of the content. Still some 30% of the content is still balanced, but I think I have given you a considerable amount of information. Based on that information, please put your comment on today's webinar's LinkedIn post. So who is putting this post? The post has to be put on the chat box.
Yeah, sir. You can continue. We will be putting the link down.
Okay. So with this now, I will start giving you information of one of the world's best coaching education program. So the MML's ICF Level 2 Global Coach Certification Program, trademark as GCCP, operates in 19 countries, has more than 30 global faculty and mentor coaches associated, and provides you a comprehensive, holistic ecosystem of not only coaching education, but also completing your coaching practice and starting your coaching business. So the objective of this MML coach success ecosystem is to develop competent, successful, and contributing coaches at a global level. What is the structure of the program? It's a 24-week, 6 months program. The next batch is starting on 5th of June, next month. Admissions will close to that particular batch on 18th of June. And the program will be conducted twice a week. That is 2 days in a week. The program will be conducted online, live faculty, interactive sessions. India time 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. India time. So India evening time will be the time zone. If you are from a different country, you have to check your time. It's 175 hours of certification, the highest possible certification. At level 2, the certificate upper limit is 175. You get that upper limit. Curriculum is divided into the 6 modules. And it's an adult learning andragogy. It's a very interactive, engaging, experiential learning. It is not teaching program. It is the experiential learning program, because the people who take admission to this particular program already have a life experience, right? So the average age is in 40s. Of course, there are young people as well. There are older people, 60 plus as well. But if you ask me, the average age of the batch is 40 plus. Curriculum every month has a objective outcome. In the first month of the program, you learn the coaching process. In the second month of the program, you start developing your 8 core competencies. The third month of the program is self-discovery, spiritual intelligence, which is the foundation of wisdom. The fourth month of the program develops your coaching skills, practical coaching skills. The 5th month of the program allows you to understand what is the right coaching specialization for you and give you additional knowledge on your specialization domain. So the specialization is getting covered in the 5th module in the 5th month. And the 6th module is all about coaching business. How can you establish your successful coaching business? So this is the comprehensive curriculum of the 6 months. And with this, I request Sunil, who is our alumni of the GCCP program, to share his experience with the MML GCCP and what he can advise you with his experience. Yes, Sunil.
Thank you so much for the opportunity again, Hemant sir. And how are you doing, sir? It's been a long time. I haven't seen you. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. First of all, a big congratulations, Hemant sir, for achieving the ICF certification for 100% compliance in first attempt as a provider for level 2 ICF accredited coaching education. This morning you had shared the information in LinkedIn, but congratulating you in person is another excitement altogether. And seeing you with full energy and passion, talking about coaching always in all the sessions is again something that I cannot miss. Hello, everybody. My name is Sunil Parmar, and my journey with MML began in August 2022, when I signed up for the 6 months GCCP program. After successful completion in March 2023, just about 2 months back, I was awarded the level 2 ACTP ICF certified life and leadership coach. Coming from a family-owned retail business, I had no idea what coaching is, but now I can speak about it in length and breadth. The 6 months of the program are divided to get the best of learning. The first 2 months taught me what is coaching, what are the ICF core competencies, the PCC markers, and how one needs to build the skills of active listening, maintaining presence, having a coach mindset, and believing that every individual is naturally resourceful and using the coaching methodologies with tools and techniques to partner with the coachee in their goals or solutions to bring out their full potential. The third month is the highlight because this is something which Hemant sir has personally developed and designed. This module is called Who Am I? It just takes your awareness to the next level. This module changed the perspective about me and the people around me. How we as humans are connected with each other like different beads in the same string. And spirituality is what differentiates us from animals, which prompts us to live life with more meaning and purpose. The other modules had teachings about NLP, emotional intelligence, appreciative inquiry, positive psychology, and how their respective tools and techniques can be used in coaching, along with sessions on discovering your niche, how to start your coaching business. So we had modules where people would come and teach and explain from the expert side. Then talking about the faculty members, I feel a little sad here because when I was in batch 4, we were the last batch to have the national faculties. And from then on, the batch 5 had a mix of national and international faculties. And the reason I feel bad is because now that I'm in YML CMC, which is a platform, once you finish your coach education from MML, this is a platform which is given by MML. Here we coaches, all the alumni of MML meet every Thursday to have a continuous learning and observed coaching sessions. And it's during these sessions, I had the opportunity to have one of our international faculties from MML to give us the observations of a particular coaching session. And I would say, voila, it takes the learning to the next level, helping us become world-class coaches. And one, I would say, famous quote, which Hemant sir keeps saying is by Rumi, "Yesterday I was clever, and so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I change myself." The journey of coaching is transformative. And as a coach, one needs to have experienced it before helping our coachees embark on the journey of transformation. And what better place to start your coaching journey other than MML? Thank you so much for the opportunity, Hemant sir.
Yeah. So thank you, Sunil. And I really appreciate your articulation, and you have covered the key pointers of your learning journey very crisply and very impactfully. And I'm really happy to see the transformation on you, when you joined the program, and now I'm seeing a much better version of Sunil Parmar. So Well
Thank
done.
you so much, sir. Every day it is just growing. Thank you so much, sir.
Great.
Nice talking to you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Thanks. So, what is the MML coach success roadmap? It is called as MSR, MML coach success roadmap. So the coach is assumed here. So it is a MML success roadmap for the coaches. So when you come to MML, means for example, you have filled the intent form. The discovery phase is free. It is before you taking admission. We will help you in identifying your behavioral profile, your strengths, your improvement areas, your values, and your life purpose. And on date, with your current understanding, what is your life purpose and the direction? All these psychometric analysis and the discussions with the clarity coach is free of cost. You don't have to commit anything. This is our contribution. This is our contribution to the society. That is, when you meet MML, we want to give you something. And if you take a decision to go for MML coaching education program, then your stage of growth starts. So the discovery phase is before you taking admission to the MML. Once you take admission to the MML, then now there is a second phase of growth. Your growth is not limited to the coaching process. Your growth is for emotional intelligence, neuroscience, neurolinguistic programming, positive psychology, everything put together. And it is not only about the knowledge, but it is about your skill development. We will be developing your 8 core competencies. It includes influencing skills, maintaining presence, active listening, asking right questions, ethical decision making, developing a mindset of a wise person, evoking awareness in other person, and then looking for the development areas of the other person. So all these are the competencies which will be developed during your growth phase. During the growth phase, you will identify your coaching space. So you will be mentored. So a mentoring will be provided to you so that you will be clear what is the right specialization for you, whether it is life coaching, whether it is marital coaching, whether it is relationship coaching, career coaching, executive coaching, in executive coaching, mid-level, senior level, CEO coaching, right? Or spiritual coaching or business coaching. So there are so many specializations. So you will identify a right specialization for you with the support and the mentorship from MML. And then you have to build on that particular growth, right? So you have to solidify, concretize that particular growth with a phase called as build. In this phase, you will be associated with YML CMC, what Sunil was telling. So it's a global coaching circle. You will be practicing, you will be learning. So you will be building on your existing competencies. And finally, you can be in a position to collaborate with MML. You can become an in-panel coach on YML Coaching Hub. You can even become one of the faculty members at MML. You can even become one of the assessors of coaching call recording and observed coaching sessions at MML. So there are a variety of the ways potentially you can associate with MML. So this is the collaborate phase. Of course, not 100% of the people can associate with MML, but few in every batch can certainly get associated with the MML on a long-term basis. So these are the 4 critical phases of your growth and success journey at MML. So like a river takes so many bends, and flows continuously and then merges into a larger ocean. That is what happens with you. That is, you get integrated, immersed into a larger ocean of global coaches. Right. So it is not only about the coaching education, but it is about becoming a professional and becoming a part of the global professional coaching circle. There are a variety of the scholarships, there are a variety of the, say, support systems available to you, right? But it is a matter of detailing so that you can discuss with the clarity coach at a later point in time. So with this, I will quickly introduce you to the MML management. So you now already know me. Ashwin takes care of the branding, communication, marketing. Meghna, the master coach, is the director of our GCCP program. Milind, who is present here, Milind. So wait, I have to basically unmute, right?
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
Yeah. Yes. So Milind is a chief officer of the YML CMC, which is our global coaching circle, as well as he is a faculty coach for our few of the programs. Pooja is the journey success coach who will be associated with all of you from the day one of the program to give you individual support, because the training is in a group. But every one of you will have your own individual issues, challenges, or ambitions, or goals. So that will be, you will be sharing that with the Pooja on a fortnightly basis, on a monthly basis, and you will get individualized support. Rishabh takes care of admissions as well as the discovery phase. Right. So the discovery phase, when you want the 100% clarity before you taking decision to become a coach or taking admission to any coaching education program, that discovery phase, free of cost discovery phase, is taken care by the Rishabh and team. There are many faculty and the mentor coaches from India, from abroad. So Lata, Anita, Pallavi, Parinita are our senior faculty and the mentor coaches. Jackie, Lisa, Stania, and Lean are from the North America. They represent MML in the North America. Ulrika is from the Scandinavia region. Isabella, Brazil. Shirley, Australia. Elena from Russia. Ike represent China as well as Germany. Muriel, Hong Kong, France. Vaso, Eastern Europe. Julia, UAE region. So these are the associates of the MML. Then there are two from the Philippines. Daphna is from the Canada. Saba is again from the East Europe. So with this now, I would like to launch a poll. What is the most promising feature of the GCCP? What has resonated with you? Again, you can choose multiple options. Once you complete this poll, also see the chat box. There is a link what Pooja has shared, which is a LinkedIn post for today's webinar. I request all of you to like the post and the comment on your one takeaway from today's webinar. So there can be multiple takeaways, but at least mention one in the comment, because our mission is to spread the coaching education awareness in the society. So when more and more people will comment on the post, the information will spread to the millions. So this is our idea. So I request every one of you to click on the link given in the chat box, like the post, and at least give one learning in the comment section. So I will wait for another 2 minutes for you to complete the poll as well as complete this particular action on the LinkedIn post. So I'm going to close the poll in next 3 seconds. So I'm just sharing the results for everyone to know the pulse of today's participants. So the highest percentage is 47% of you appreciate the level 2 accreditation. 47%. Then 42%, and there are multiple options here. You appreciate MML brand and credibility. You resonate with comprehensive and holistic curriculum. You resonate with the MML NSR, which is MML Coach Success Roadmap. Then you resonate with the international diverse and experienced faculty. Then you resonate with the YML CMC Global Coaching Circle for your coaching business development, coaching practice. You also resonate with the MML Clarity Coach support, a individual support which will be provided to you even before you taking admission to the MML. 21% of you resonate with the competitive fees and the moderate investment. 26% of you resonate with the practical skill development. Yes, so thank you for letting us know this. So I will again wait for a minute for you to comment on the LinkedIn post. So I'm just checking the LinkedIn post. That is, how many of you have already commented? I'm just checking that. Thank you, Pavitra, Ritesh Saxena, Subramaniam Chandragiri for commenting on the LinkedIn post. I appreciate, because the more you comment, the more this particular post will reach to the people. So MML needs your support in the mission of spreading awareness about coaching education in the world. So you liking and the commenting and you forwarding, you reposting this particular post will immensely help MML, and MML thank you for it. So thank you, Subha, Ritesh, Pavitra. Keep doing it. So with this, we have completed the content. So what information I wanted to pass on to you so that you get a broad understanding. Right. At a personal level, you still might have questions, but there is a clarity coach who will talk to you. But you now have a broad understanding. Who can become a coach? Why to become a coach? What are the variety of the levels in the coaching? What are the stages in becoming a coach? Education, credentialing, coaching practice, right? So there are a variety of the areas how to choose the right coaching educator, right? So all that, now the foundational knowledge is with you, which will enable you to take a right decision on whether to become a coach or not. And if you decide to become a coach, how to choose the right coaching education institute and the right program for you, right? So all this information is now with you. And now the forum is open for the question and answer session.